Dagupan, officially the City of Dagupan or simply Dagupan City, is an independent component city in the province of Pangasinan in the Philippines. According to the census of 2015, Dagupan City has a population of 171,271 people with an income classification of second class. Located on the Lingayen Gulf on the island of Luzon, Dagupan is a major commercial and financial center north of Manila. Also, the city is one of the centers of modern medical services, media and communication in Northern Luzon. Dagupan is situated within the fertile Agno River Valley. The city is among the top producers of Bangus milkfish in the province. From 2001 to 2003, Dagupan's milkfish production totaled to 35,560.1 metric tons, contributing 16.8% to the total provincial production. Of its total production in the past 3 years, 78.5% grew in fish pens, cages, while the rest grew in brackish water fish pond. Etymology. The city's name was derived from the local Pangasinense word Dagupan, meaning gathering place, as the city has been a regional market center for centuries. History. Wangdom of Pangasinan. During the 15th century, Pangasinan had been the site of an ancient kingdom called the Wangdom of Pangasinan. A succession of local kings starting from Hu Wangkamen set the kingdom up as a trade center exporting silver, horses and turquoise shells to the ports in Japan, Ryukyu and China, which in turn sold silks and samurai swords to the kingdom of Pangasinan. Spanish occupation. The area that is now known as Dagupan was described as marshland thickly covered with mangrove nipa palm trees. The natives lived along the shoreline and river banks of Kame, Pantal, and Bonuan, but there were also communities in Malud, Lasip, Pogard, and Bakailao. The natives called the area Baknautan, which would later be incorporated into the encomienda of Lingayen that was established in 1583. Japanese occupation. The Japanese planes bombed in Dagupan on December 1941 and threw the occupying the Japanese forces on 1942. They established the military garrisons of the Imperial Japanese Armed Forces stationed in Dagupan, the general headquarters of the Philippine Commonwealth Army from January 3, 1942 to June 30, 1946, and Philippine Constabulary under the 2nd Infantry Regiment from October 24, 1944 to June 30, 1946 was active and stationed in Dagupan during the Japanese occupation. Pangasinen's freedom resistance was invaded on Dagupan from 1942 to 1945 and supporting local soldiers under the Philippine Commonwealth Army units, and attacking Japanese in aftermath of 3-year conflicts by the guerrillas were retreating Japanese troops, before the liberating American troops under the U.S. 6th Army was landed and invading Japanese troops at Lingayen Gulf on January 9, 1945. Allied liberation on January 8, January 9, 1945. U.S. General Douglas MacArthur landed his amphibious liberation force in the city's Blue Beach section along the Lingayen Gulf. From his beachhead in Dagupan, along with those in neighboring towns Lingayen, Binmeli and San Fabian, MacArthur's forces under General Walter Kruger together with the Philippine Commonwealth troops under the Philippine Army and Philippine Constabulary units were able to penetrate Japanese defenses in Luzon Island and liberate Filipino and Allied prisoners of war near Cabanatuan in the province of Nueva Ecija, and in Manila's University of Sto. Tomas, among others. Dagupan's cityhood. Dagupan became a city by virtue of Republic Act No. 170, authored by Speaker Eugenio Perez. It was signed into law by President Manuel Roxas on June 20, 1947. On October 15, 1947, President Roxas issued Executive Order No. 96 fixing the city limits to include the towns of Mangaldan, Pangasinan and Calasiao. Pangasinan, but the residents of Calasiao rejected inclusion into the new city, causing controversy over the election that was held on November 10, 1947. In 1948 he built a road from Barrio Mayombo to Barrio Tapuic, passing through the edge of Barrio Pogo Chico. The road, built mostly on reclaimed swampland, was named Perez Boulevard, in honor of Rodrigo de Perez, Dagupan's first lawyer and assemblyman. The road was needed because of the increasing number of commercial establishments on Torres Bugalon Avenue and the growing number of residents at the southern limits of the city. Later, Fernandez's successor Teofilo Guadix, who served from 1954 to 1957 and 1958-1959, would also contribute to the city's expansion by extending Rizal Street, which was only then from Torres Bugalon to Rivera Street, up to the Iglesia Ni Cristo compound. Also, he extended Galvan Street, which was then up to Gomez Street, only up to Perez Boulevard. He also secured funds from Senator Cipriano P. Primicias, Sr., a native of Pangasinan, to build a two-story semi-permanent building for the city high school. Guadix also replaced the Bailey Bridge on Perez Boulevard with a concrete one. The westward expansion of the city went as far as Lusao, which was also swampland. Local historian Restituta Basis surmised that the name Lusao may have been derived from the shellfish called lucan that used to abound in the swampy area. In June 1962, Dagupan was shaken by a series of strong earthquakes which occurred at irregular intervals for about 3 weeks. The quakes toppled the belfry of the Roman Catholic Church. Many people from Camay, Caroline Island barrios evacuated to other towns. In 1968, the national government agencies opened offices in Dagupan and other key cities across the country. The daytime population increased substantially, causing congestion in the city that began to see the appearance of public utility tricycles. On July 16, 1990, a magnitude 7.7 earthquake struck Northern Luzon. Geography. Dagupan City covers a total land area of 3,723 hectares, bounded by the Lingayen Gulf in the north, San Fabian in the northeast, Mangaldan in the east, Calasiao in the south and Binmili in the west. Land use is primarily for agriculture, with 35.98% of the total land area, fish pond, cropland, residential with 22.88%. Others uses are commercial, industrial, institutional, government, private, parks, and roads. Barangays. Dagupan City is politically subdivided into 31 barangays. Climate. Demographics. Pangasinenses are the predominant people in Dagupan City, who are known to be businesspeople, fishers and traders. Number of registered voters, 92,867. Tourism and culture. Dagupan's interesting points, attractions, events and heritage sites include Sanctuario de San Juan Evangelista, altar where Leonor Rivera Drive. Jose Rizal's lost love married Henry Kipping, a British engineer who set up the first Dagupan railway system. Metropolitan Cathedral of St. John the Evangelist. The Katipuneros defeated the Spaniards within these two church grounds on July 21, 1898. Dagupan Railway Station, Spanish Railroad Station. MacArthur's Landing Site marker, Bonuon Blue Beach, Tondelagan People's Park, 72-hectare foreshore. Gen. Arthur MacArthur's Dagupan headquarters in Dagupan, Home Economics Building of the West Central Elementary School 1909, the Gabaldon Building, ruins of Franklin Bridge, century-old water tower. City Museum has the masterpieces of national artist Victorio Edadas. Senior Citizens Park, Jose Rizal Children's Park and Andres Bonifacio Monument. Bangus Festival. The longest barbecue measured 1,007.56 meters. It was created by the people of Dagupan City on May 3, 2003, as part of the city's Bangus Festival. Dagupan City broke Canchia's 613 meters long record set in November 1999. Dagupanis grilled Bonuon Bangus at the Kalutan at Dagupan Street Party. Local government. City of Dagupan official seal. Old City of Dagupan seal. The old seal was submitted and approved by the Philippine Heraldry Committee in 1948. Railroad and highway were added to emphasize the city's geographic location and to stress the strategic role it played to establish Dagupan as the trading post of the North. 2012 new official seal and logo. The National Historical Commission of the Philippines Chair Maria Serena I. Diano and Paquito Ochoa Jr. signed the certificate of the new Dagupan seal. Mayor Benjamin S. Lim officially received on December 9, 2012, the certificate of registration for the city's new corporate seal from Secretary Marroxes, permanently abandoning the 68-year-old logo and seal, saying, "Mula sa araw na ito na ang magiging simbolo ang Bangus, capital of the world." Dr. Carmelo John E. Vidal, of Poblacion Oeste and Director of the Center for Integrated Extension Services and National Service Training Program Unit of the University of Luzon, designed the approved new seal, to wit, the word Bangus, lower portion of the seal, mid-part of the 7 waves representing the 7 river tributaries, unique shape of the shield, slogan, Sige Dagupan, the highway crisscrossing the railroad track, Dagupan, a meeting place, the horseshoe magnet, the rising sun, gear wheel, and blazing torch and the gear wheel. The stars represent the city's 31 barangays. 1947 signifies Dagupan, Pangasinan, birth by Republic Act No. 170. Education. Since the Spanish time, Dagupan has always been the center of education in Ilocos region. The private sector-driven centers of education, University of Pangasinan, University of Luzon and Lyceum Northwestern University lead 14 colleges and 18 vocational schools and 3 technical learning centers, 19 secondary schools and 53 elementary schools, both in public and private. Health services. Medical and health service centers abound in Dagupan. Out of 51 hospitals in Pangasinan, 12 are located in the city. The largest of these is the Region 1 Medical Center with hospital bed capacity of 600. Hospitals and medical centers include Quezon Hospital Incorporated, Dagupan Doctors Villaflor Memorial Hospital, Dagupan Orthopedic Center, Disana General Hospital, Luzon Medical Center, Medical Centrum Dagupan, Nazareth General Hospital, Pangasinan Center for Family Medicine, Region 1 Medical Center, Specialist Group Hospital and AMP Trauma Center, the Medical City Pangasinan. Communication and mass media. Dagupan City is home to regional television stations of GMA Network, Solar News Channel, TV5 and ABS-CBN, 16 radio broadcasting stations, at least 17 local newspapers and 3 cable television companies. There are 2 news programs, TV Patrol North Central Luzon and 24 Horas Aminan. There are also 4 internet service providers and more than 30 cybercafes now operating in the city. Sister cities: Guadalajara, Mexico; Owata, Shizuoka, Japan; Milpitas, California, United States; Tangier, Morocco;